Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Hanging out in the shop here again, another round of poems in progress. Again, if you're new to this, here on the Wonder Book YouTube channel, every week I sit down and I live write a poem. No plans or script. I'm just kind of showing you a live process, kind of how the sausage is made, if you will. When I sit down, I'm never really sure how it's going to go or where the words are going to go. So I'll just hop into it again today. As always, right over here is where I will type the poem. And just to confirm that I am indeed typing the poem, here's my keyboard. You never know in the AI age um, what's going on the screen. Yeah, so I'll just take a moment and just kind of sit with my thoughts and see if any images come to me, and we'll just take it from there. So I think what I'm working with here so far is just thinking about some things that have been going through my mind the last few days, and it's interesting what we can forget about, or in the course of our daily lives, kind of what we just put on a shelf, just because like we can't be thinking about the entirety of our lives constantly when we're going through the mechanics of a typical day or a typical week, or just the way that days unfold. But we have moments when maybe something that we kind of put on the shelf or we forgot about, we intentionally or unintentionally, happen in all kinds of ways. We take that thing off the shelf and we let it live in us. From what we know and things I've read and heard with memory, it can be a little unreliable. How when we go into our memory banks, we tend to rewrite the memory unintentionally, usually. The act of remembering kind of changes that pathway in our brains. Each time we remember the thing, we might alter the story a little bit. So anyway, I think what's emerged here with the first stanza is something with memory, and I might take it the direction of not the unreliability of memory. That might be saying it too strongly. I feel like that might have a little judgment laden with it, but how memories can alter and they can change and they can morph. So I'm gonna see where that goes. So the direction that I took this, I guess, analogy, the image, the creature that came into mind for me that might be somewhat of a similarity to a memory is a caterpillar. This transformation that happens when it enters the chrysalis. And so maybe the chrysalis is like an image for our act of remembering. That memory, we hang it in our minds and is transformed in some way through our act of remembering. Is that image of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, and then this memory taking us somewhere. Maybe it was truly a beautiful, authentic recollection of a beautiful, authentic memory. And, we get the happy tears. Maybe it's an untruthful, if you will, memory of something that happened, and we remember it better than maybe it actually felt like in the moment. Or maybe it's one of those memories that brings us the difficult tears. Again, maybe that's an accurate retelling in our minds. Maybe we are remembering it to be worse than it was. It's just interesting. I think memory is really cool. It's a gift to us. Just recognizing how we use it and how we make meaning out of things and how human of an act that is to take beautiful things, take difficult things, whatever it is, and we make meaning. We make things stand for other things. And that, analogy thing that we do as humans, this is a very human thing, it seems, to do. We find meaning in our lives. These last lines here say, however you hold it as truth or as a meaning that has become truth. It's not to say that the meaning that we find in something is untruthful, is like totally made up. I think meaning can be another form of truth. I don't know. Let's get a little philosophical. Let's get a little out there. You'd have to ask the epistemologists, the philosopher people. They could probably help me out with this a little bit more. But hey, how about I just read the poem real quick? A long memory comes walking toward you like a mirage. The heat from a forgotten emotion finding old channels in the body. This caterpillar of thought spins out a chrysalis in your mind, hangs there, and emerges as something new, with wings. Do you remember it as a graceful flight, as a confused meandering and a crash at the end? Regardless, you are taken somewhere. Your life, however you hold it, as truth or as the meaning that has become truth, is worth remembering. Is worth remembering. Well, there it is. Again, the whole idea of these videos here is just to give you my first shot at writing a poem. I think so often see a lot of polished works that maybe get printed on a page, and there's a whole lot of stuff that never sees the light of day. Maybe doesn't need to see the light of day, but just kind of the process behind it and how these are the quick first drafts that I'm sharing with you here. And who knows, maybe I'll go back and visit some of these poems that I write in these videos and polish them up, mix them around, combine them. Who knows? That's kind of the fun of it. There's the poem for this week. I really appreciate you all watching the video this week. It means a lot to me for you to spend some time and looking at some of my writing here. If you'd like to check out some more of the things that I write, you can head over to Wonderbook. That is my Substack that I run, and I'll leave a link, in the description down below where you can find Wonderbook. You can look at some of my other writing, and if so moved, you can subscribe to Wonderbook, and new things that I put up on that Substack will be sent directly to your email inbox. Everybody, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you checking out the video this week. I hope you're doing really, really well. And happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Peace.